Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Here, everybody here, and everybody watching at home on live stream or wherever you are on live stream. It's John and Sue Rosenbluth. Once again, the day after Thanksgiving, it's our pleasure to be subbing for Rabbi Morrison while she's enjoying the holiday with her family. And we're thrilled to be accompanied by our lovely and talented cantorial soloist, Joyce Liu. Thank you for being with us. I'm not really nearly as funny or as wise as Rabbi Morrison, but you can just feel free to laugh whenever, and just, I'll think I'm funny, you know. Anyway, there you go. Before we get started, I do want to thank all the people that made it possible for us to celebrate tonight, Shabbat, and first sincere thanks to two very special teachers from our religious school, Kelsey Balkan and Lauren Lieberman and Guy Lieberman, who sponsored and set up our own egg in recognition of Linda Lieberman's first yard site. Thank you so much. Where'd they go? I saw them a minute ago. There they are. Thank you. And I'm also very appreciative of Allison Fowler in the office, the temple administrative assistant who organized everything. And thank you also to Allison Solo, our greeter and our board rep tonight, and Bobby Jerry for his work on maintenance and setting everything up, and to Officer Andrews, who is ensuring our safety. Let's begin with Hine Matov on page 10. I'd like to call up Allison Greenberg. Are you here, Allison? There you are. To light the Shabbat candles and join us in Kiddush in celebration of her birthday. Woo-hoo. We are on page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Elohim Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kadsho, be'ava uvratzon hihilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereishit, ki hu yom tehillah lemikro kodesh, zeher letziyat mitzrayim, ki fanu v'harta v'tanu v'yashta v'kol ha'amim v'shabbat kashecha v'hava uvratzon min haltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
Thank you, John. Please turn to page 20 and 21 for John's upbeat version of L'cha Dodi. We're going to do verse 1, 2, and 9.
All right, this is a throwback. Hopefully you'll remember. L'cha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Erev Shabbat Services. L'cha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala. One more time. L'cha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Erev Shabbat. Shemor v'zachor b'dibur echad, v'shmiyanu el hamech yuhad Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet b'lit ilah, l'cha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat.
Let's turn and welcome the Sabbath bride.
Shalom, Ateret Ba'ala.
worship, the Borchu, on page 28. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain, on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it, we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv ha'aravim. Please rise if you are able for the Shema on page 34. You may be seated. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. And all these words which I command that one because when I was a little girl, I used to say to my dad when he put me to bed, tell me about the gates. Tell me about the gates. That's all I remembered about the Wehrhachta. There was something about gates, but I like that one. Okay, we are, let's see, join me on the top of page 39 in the English. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Micha Mocha can be found on page 40. On the top of page 42 for the Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Leshalom. Shomreinu lechayim, ufros aleinu, sukat shlomecha, v'takneinu b'etzat tova, milfanecha, v'hodshienu,
Grant us peace as we lay down and close our eyes. You will shelter me and my family 'neath the shadow of your wings. Keep us safe and raise us to a life renewed. And through every storm, you will keep us warm, filled with love and light. Watching over us, you will carry us safely through the night. Grant us
Shalom.
You will shelter me and my family beneath the shadow of your wings. Keep all us safe and raise us to a life free. And through every storm, you will keep us warm, filled with love and light. Watching over us, you will carry us safely through the night.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Eternity Utters a Day can be found on page 45.
We start with Galalas. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai.
Please rise if you're able for the Amida on page 46.
Adonai Shefatai, Shefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imachot, U'mevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Yisrael Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mekayeh hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid ha'gashem, Mechalkel chayim v'chesed, Mekayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Sohomech noflim ve'rofei holim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melah, melech memit u'mechayer u'matzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman ata l'chayot hakol Baruch ata Adonai mekayeh ha'akol Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh v'kodoshim b'chol yom yachalalu chasela Baruch ata Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh
You may be seated. Yay. We are in the middle of page 57. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha b'yirah na'avod. On this Shabbat, following Thanksgiving, let us take a moment and breathe and give ourselves time to reflect. What are we grateful for? It may be special celebrations, or it may be just any feelings of gratitude for small acts of kindness or joy. I invite anyone who would like to share their feelings of gratitude to do so at this time. Arlie. Arlie Boyette is very thankful that she didn't perish in a horrible fire that took her home, and she's very thankful for the love and support outpouring from this congregation and from everyone who's been supporting her. We're glad you're here too. You got a lot to be thankful for. We're lucky you're here. Anybody else? There's only 2 days left in hurricane season. Yay. We might have gotten through this year.
Grateful to have had a wonderful Thanksgiving with my family yesterday, and then to be able to get together to honor Linda's yard site, and then it's my birthday tomorrow.
Oh, good. They were very happy to be able to be here together and to celebrate Thanksgiving and a birthday and to honor a yard site tonight. Gideon. Gideon's happy that his family got home, or is getting home. Are they home yet? Yeah, they got home safely from Chicago where it was 30 degrees, my hometown. So, yeah, that's what happens sometimes. And that they had a wonderful celebration up there. Robin. Robin's thankful that her son and daughter-in-law got here to share Thanksgiving with her, and Southwest Airlines delivered on time.
I'm grateful that we have Sue and John leading us in services. We're very fortunate to have wonderful lay leaders.
Thank you. She's thankful for John and I, the lay leaders that get drafted and say yes. It's okay. Thank you for your support, everybody. Anybody else?
I got it.
Oh, wait, there's one back there, and then I'll get you. Go.
Grateful for my dad because he's the best
Ah, she's grateful for her dad because he's the best dad. And John has one.
I am grateful that God decided to make the ugliest bird in the world and call it a turkey, but boy, was it good.
And we both fell sound asleep early after the eating all that, and the tryptophan and all that stuff. That really happened. Okay, is there anybody else? I don't want to leave anybody out. Okay. We are going to sing now Modim Anachnu Lach and Shalom Rav. It's on page 58 at the top, and it moves to 60 and then goes back to 58.
Modim anachnu lach, she'atahu Adonai Eloheinu. Ve'Elohei avoteinu, ve'imotenu leolam va'ed. Sur hayenu mahagen yishenu, atahu ledor vador. Sur hayenu mahagen yishenu, atahu ledor vador. Shalom Rav al Yisrael, Am Hatasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon, umelech adon lechol ashalom. Sur hayenu mahagen yishenu, atahu ledor vador. Sur hayenu mahagen yishenu, atahu ledor vador. Atahu ledor vador.
There are many among us who are hurting, sick, or needing our prayers. Before we sing Mishaberach, I'd like to share the names of loved ones who need our support and prayers for healing. Members of our Temple Beth-El family: Scott Axman, Hannah Cowart, Sarah Gassman, Terry Gilner, Ed Herman, Ellis Maldonado, Howard Miller, Elliot Scher, Zvi Don Ben Binyamin Vishendel. Keep in your prayers these relatives and friends: Lauren Barris, Michael Buckholtz, Erica Esrick, Walter Frank, Jordana Fuller, Goran Kikik, James Oliff, Stan Silverberg, Jesse Turden, Marcia Turkin, Matthew Sternberg Yee. If there's anybody you are wanting to add to this list, please do so at this time. I'll start over here. Is there anybody you're thinking? The Misha Berach can be found on page 253.
Mishabera Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Uirareh Ve'irapeh Naoli El Narefanah El Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Uirareh, Ve'irapeh, Naoli, Ve'irareh, Ve'irapeh, Naoli.
Now it's time to close your book and open your heart. I invite you to take a moment at this time of Thanksgiving for silent meditation. We just took the opportunity to reflect on our gratitude, which I assume many of us did yesterday as well. Thanksgiving connects deeply with Judaism's daily prayers. It also connects with this week's Torah portion, Vayetze. Here's my usual disclaimer. I'm no rabbi. But I'm going to try to share some of my insights about this week's Torah portion. It's the 7th chapter in the first book of the Torah, and it's full of meaningful events about the life of Jacob. If you read the whole thing, all of the 12 tribes are born in this chapter, okay? He gives birth to a lot, his wife gives, and handmaidens give birth to a lot of children. But because this year it's the parasha immediately following Thanksgiving, I'd like to focus on a momentous event at the very beginning of the chapter. The parasha opens with the first part of the journey of Jacob. Yet Vayetze actually means, and he went out. Fleeing the wrath of his brother, whose birthright he purchased and whose blessing he stole, Jacob is going back to the old country to see his relatives in Haran, his uncle Laban, his mother Rebekah's brother. Jacob stops for the night and has his famous dream of a ladder with angels on it going up and down between heaven and earth. God appears to Jacob during his dream and makes this promise: "The land on which you are lying, I will give to you and to your descendants. Through you and your descendants, all the families of earth shall find blessing. And here I am with you. I will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this soil." When Jacob awakens, he is greatly moved, sets up a monument, and names that place, anybody know? Bethel. Here we are, the house of God. In studying this portion, I found a commentary by Rabbi Mark Saperstein that discussed an interesting aspect of the narrative of Jacob's dream and its immediate aftermath, the vow that Jacob articulates in response to this encounter with the divine presence. It's a bit disturbing that the vow Jacob articulates in response to this encounter is totally conditional. He says, "If God is with me and watches over me on this path that I am taking, and gives me bread to eat and clothes to wear, and I return safely to my Father's house, then will the Eternal be my God." It seems like an opportunistic bargain, far removed from our understanding of genuine religious faith. If God does what I want, fulfills what I need, then I'll do something for God in return. This certainly doesn't seem like the words of a patriarchal model. In the Middle Ages, the rabbinic commentator Rashi interprets Jacob's words not as an expression of skepticism on Jacob's part. If God fulfills his part of the bargain, then I will accept him as my God, but rather as an expression of humility on Jacob's part, recognition that something can still go wrong and the future is now up to me. Yesterday, when we got together with loved ones for Thanksgiving, I remembered something Rabbi Morrison wrote about not only counting our blessings, but also considering how we might be a blessing to others. I want to share the story of someone who exemplifies being a blessing. We have a friend, a Jewish friend, who was born and grew up in New Hampshire, but has lived 30 years of his adult life in Jerusalem. Jared is a Jewish educator, an Israel educator, and a tour guide. He was our tour guide in Israel. He has spent his life educating the world about the histories and narratives of Jews, Christians, and Muslims in the Holy Land. He has worked tirelessly in creating encounters and building relationships across cultures and borders, forging partnerships and friendships with a broad spectrum of people in every corner of the land of Israel. He's an extremely committed peace activist who raised his 3 children to also pursue peace with their Palestinian friends and neighbors. He writes, "I've been truly blessed to experience so many inspirational moments, even at the darkest times. I love being able to share these moments with my students and guests, but over the last 5 years, due to COVID, political crises, and the violent conflict, those opportunities have dwindled to almost zero. To make a living, he's been teaching over here in the United States, but he started a WhatsApp group called Peace, like P-A-C-E, of Mind, to, in his words, infect the universe with hope and optimism I experience every day." In the past 2 years, the stories we receive about Jews and their Arab neighbors in Israel has been anything but optimistic. Recently, Jared went back home to Israel to do what he has done the day after Simchat Torah for the past 2 decades. He awakened before sunrise with colleagues at Rabbis for Human Rights to join their Palestinian neighbors in harvesting this season's olive crop in Israel's West Bank, just outside of Bethlehem. It was a really long story, but there's a lot going on. But the IDF soldiers tried to shoo them off, and he said, yeah, well, we're just going to cross the road and get to work at another farm across the way. Jared is, and I quote, determined to foster opportunities for Israelis and Palestinians to celebrate together the bounty of this good land and observe the commandments of justice in our shared monotheistic narratives. I'll never forget the picture of him atop one of those trees with a huge grin, fulfilling his 10-year-old self's desire to climb to the very top while reaping those hard-to-reach olives. Jared also shared another story of a Gazan couple, Mohammed and his wife, who decided to start cooking meals for their hungry neighbors and distributing potable water in the middle of the Gaza Strip. As you would imagine, they had no resources of their own. So he reached, whenever he had internet connection, which was rare, but he reached out to Israeli Jews on Facebook. And Noah, a young Jewish Israeli woman, responded. Over a number of weeks, they began to converse, shared their respective experiences during the war, and formed an unexpected friendship. Now, a year later, Mohammed and his wife are feeding and providing critical supplies to more than 100 Gazan families at least 3 times a week, largely supported by Noah and her circle of friends in Israel. The Palestinians are getting to know a very different Israeli than the ones that they hear about in the media, and the Israelis are getting to know a community of Palestinians who have nothing to do with Hamas and are desperate to rebuild their lives. Our friend in Israel, Jared, he embodies Rashi's explanation of Jacob's dream, the fact that the future is up to us. In Jacob's dream, God promised, I will bring you back to this soil. Today, the Jews in Israel have lived through unimaginable terror on October 7th, 2023. And yet these examples I've shared today are about people who do not base their faith on a transactional agreement with God. They are not only appreciative of God's blessings, but they're actively engaging in radical acts of tzedakah. In our November scroll, Rabbi Morrison wrote that in Jewish traditions, recognizing good is a sacred practice. To be thankful is not just to feel appreciation, but to be moved by it, to respond by reaching outward. If Israelis can do things to make life better for others in the midst of their war-torn country, may we be inspired to do even small acts that may be a blessing to others here. Shabbat Shalom. Let's see where we are. Please rise for the Aleinu, and I'm going to call Arlie up as a blessing to her to open the ark with me on page 282. I gotta get the mic.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gedula l'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chal hamonam, v'anachnu korim, Umishtakavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lamelech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu v'yom ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved one and those of our friends and neighbors who they have lost. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love, of life and death. Today we are remembering Marla Harlan, Rosalind Canner, Anna Feld Coleman, Harry William Eichenbaum, Norton Feldstein, Moses Fleece, Sally Gaskey, Dorothy Greenberg, Maurice Gertman, Michelle Horowitz, Miriam Klein, Sidney Konisberg, Janice Kornfeld, Samuel Kranzel, Esther Kurtz, Sarah Labner, Sherman Lample, Leo Langbein, Florence Lewandorf, Linda Lieberman, Nyman Edward Myers, Chaim S. Orange, Susan Pariser, Arlene Pierce, Tom Quevedo, Edward Rosenbluth, Selma Zuber Rosenthal, Simon Rudofsky, Ronald Sakel, Grace Netler, Sauls, Sarah Shapiro, Lieutenant Marvin J. Shavlin, Ida Gertrude Ullman, Sam Ziemring. If there's someone you'd like to add to this list that you're remembering at this time, please do so as my hand passes through.
Lou Kugler.
Zichrona livracha, may their memories be up for a blessing. If you're able, let's rise together as a community for the Mourner's Cottage on page 294. Yitkadav yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divracha v'yamvich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechal Beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'le'el maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu. Leila minkol birchata v'shirata. Tushvachata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen.
I now call on, you may be seated. I now call on Allison Solo, who has some brief announcements for us. Have you brought your-
Shabbat Shalom. I hope everybody had a very lovely Thanksgiving, full of a lot of thanks and giving. Thank you, Sue and John and Joyce, for such a beautiful service. I'll go ahead and go through some announcements. Don't miss it tomorrow with Miss Joyce herself. Music of Hanukkah with the Minyan University. That's at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Wednesday, December 3rd, you have 10:45 the book club. Next Saturday, celebrating the Bar Mitzvah of Tova Johnston. And then we also have help us illuminate our menorah. We're going to have the 101 Menorahs event, and that's going to be on December 19th. And you can scan the QR codes, they're right there. And then save the date for January 31st and February 1st and 2nd for our Beth-El Art Fest. Don't miss it. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Thanks again to Allison Cube tonight. We got Allison Fowler, Allison Solo, and Allison Greenberg, and all the others I mentioned earlier for your role in making this Shabbat special. Most importantly, thank you, Joyce, and my talented partner in crime, John. Yay. Okay, let's do the chamotzi. I don't know who passes. Anybody want to pass?
Thank you, Jen. Please rise for the motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz Shabbat Shalom. We conclude with Hevenu Shalom Alechem. Lyrics can be found on page 340.
Erev Shabbat
Hevenu Shalom Alechem. Hevenu Shalom Alechem. Hevenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem. Hevenu Shalom Alechem. Hevenu Shalom Alechem. Hevenu Shalom Alechem. Hevenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem.
Yes, short and sweet.
Shabbat
IU,
Shalom.
Purdue, 7:30, my alma mater. Go Hoosiers.